Hi, YouTube. Welcome to part one of a several-part series. Watch before you join the MLM iGenius. First, the preface. This is all my opinion. Don't take any of this personally. Now, what is a multi-level marketing MLM? It is a so-called business opportunity based on endless chain selling. Person A sells to person B, who sells to person C, with an inverted compensation structure. And you must purchase something in order to sell. Because of this inverted compensation structure, the only way to make money that justifies the enormous amount of time that it takes to do this is to recruit links in your endless chain. Another feature of the endless chain, I should say, compensation scheme is that money is funneled almost immediately to the very top and to the top tier of the chain. And at all times, the overwhelming majority of participants are at the bottom and therefore are not eligible for commissions. And the math suggests that it cannot be otherwise. And in the math video, you'll see what I mean. Okay, let's get into iGenius. We're going to talk about its origins. That's all we're going to talk about today. iGenius was founded in 2013 as Wealth Generators. It then became Kuvera Global and is now iGenius. Now let's get into talking about the founders. There are two sets of them. The first set is Chad Miller and Ryan Smith. This comes from a slide deck, undated, probably before 2013, about these two. They are based in Utah, and they had some kind of financial education company, and it was sold on an MLM model out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Not a big surprise. Here's Chad Miller. He is the only of the four founders who had any history with MLM, and that was a company called YOLO or Yoli. I may have misspelled it here. Here's the other one, Ryan Smith. He would eventually become the CEO of Wealth Generators, the predecessor of iGenius. I want to talk about the other half, let's call them the New Jersey half of the family. Mario Romano and Annette Rayner, who at some point between 2003 and 2013 started a company called Wealth Engineering. Let me talk very briefly about Annette Rayner. There's not a lot to say about her other than she started her working career as a salesperson in Xerox Corporation. She was the voice of Wealth Generators for a couple of years. There's a lot of YouTube videos that feature and a lot of interviews. She briefly had to become the CEO of Wealth Generators, and I will discuss that in greater detail in a future video. And apparently she is now a novelist. Now I want to focus in a little bit on this guy, Mario Romano, because he has, what shall we say, is a checkered past. Romano's family has close ties to the New York organized crime Gambino family. His brother Sal Romano was caught by the feds in a $20 million stock fraud scheme in 2004 and chose to turn state witness against John Gotti. In a plea deal in front of the United States District Court judge in Brooklyn in 2004, Sal admitted he was the secret owner of LCP Capital of Bloomfield, New Jersey, where his brother Dominic Romano Jr. was the vice president. The brokerage hustled inflated stocks and then dumped them after swindling thousands of dollars per deal. This was a so-called boiler room that pumped and dumped penny stocks, and what went off the top went up the endless chain, so to speak, to the Gambinos. And guess who else worked at LCP Capital? Brother Mario. He lost his license to trade stocks and was basically off the grid until founding wealth engineering in 2005. That's all I've got to say about the founders. Now, the objection that I know some are going to make is, look, these folks are not involved in the company anymore. Just because they had a checkered past doesn't mean that iGenius is completely on the level and legit as of today. There's another school of thought that states that the path that an entity like a company takes in life is exquisitely dependent on its starting conditions, and I tend to favor the latter. Folks, your skills, knowledge, and experience are way too valuable to waste in an MLM. Don't do it. It's a bad deal. See you in the next video.